10 steps to stay poor forever. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Brother JB here. Yeah, 10 things that I know I've been guilty of in the past, maybe some I'm still guilty of, but these are some of the biggest wealth killers, things that are keeping you poor, and definitely things to be avoided if you are a man on mission wanting to live an intentional life. So getting into the first one here, this is going to be get addicted, develop addictions, need more stuff, need to consume, have to waste your money on liabilities, making it your life's goal just to accumulate stuff just for the sake of having stuff. It's never a good idea. Also, like addiction to substances, any kind of substance addiction to keep you entertained and high, having to depend on any kind of substance, whether that's alcohol, drugs, prescription or not, caffeine, even certain foods and drinks. Any kind of addiction is going to be bad for your health, and it's going to cost you a lot to have to maintain it, both in the terms of money and health. Number 2 is going to be blame other people for everything. Never take ownership of your life. Always blame your situation and your circumstances on other people. Your boss, your coworkers, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, even God. You never come to the realization that taking ownership is how you make changes. You always play the victim. You may be a victim of some systemic issues, but keeping the victim mindset is not helping you. There's always your part you could be doing better. You can do your best to control the controllables and not worry about the things you can't control. Don't expect anyone else to care about your life or help you fix it. A new job isn't going to fix your life. Marriage isn't going to fix your life. $100 million isn't going to fix your life. It could if you know what to do with it. But yeah, don't blame other people for everything. Number 3 way to stay poor is going to be try to impress people. Show off your fancy cars and vacations on social media just for the opinions of others. Always need to flex, go into debt, buy stuff just so you can get comments from other people about how cool you are. You take everything personally, you're emotional about other people's opinions of you, and so you're a people pleaser. You don't have your own goals in life, you're just worried about what coworker X and friend Y over here will think about your YouTube channel. You're worried about getting canceled for having original thoughts. You're stressed about the backlash you'll get from your family, about trying to escape the traditional 9-to-5 and start a business. Worrying about all these opinions of other people, it's not getting you anywhere. Just let those things go and be your own self. Number 4 way to stay poor is buy a house before you're ready. A lot of Americans think that their home is the best investment they'll ever purchase. If you're in the middle class and you don't invest in, say, the stock market and businesses, and you're not disciplined with saving money in other ways besides building equity when you pay your mortgage, maybe it is the best investment you'll ever make. It probably is for most people. But the truth is, your home is also a liability. This is something Robert Kiyosaki talks about in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's going to be hidden costs like maintenance, property tax, insurance costs that are taking money away from you. Everyone often rushes into buying a house because they see prices going up, but your home that you're living in, it's going to have a bunch of those hidden costs. And despite popular opinion, renting is not a waste of money. Renting is typically cheaper, especially now with interest rates very high, and it allows you to have margin to invest and build wealth. Don't buy a house until you're ready. Timing it wrong can be one of the worst financial decisions. Number 5 way to stay poor is to limit yourself to one source of income. Wealthy people are known for having many sources of income, usually 7 on average, and they are well diversified. If you rely on just one source of income, what happens when that job is taken from you? You can't count on that company to, take care of you like that. They just care more about profits than anything else. That's just capitalism. Millionaires usually have about 7 strings of income. You think W-2 job, side hustle, bank account interest, dividends, rental payments from real estate, stock appreciation, maybe income from a business they own as well. If you want to stay poor, don't do anything outside of your 9-to-5. Just waste your evenings. Never develop another source of income. Number 6 is going to be gamble your extra money instead of investing. Poor people play the lottery way more than rich people. It's kind of like a hidden tax on the poorest of people. It sells them the dream of getting lucky so they can get wealthy. The truth is that lottery winners typically don't understand financial literacy. And even when they win, they'll go broke again. They won't know how to invest the winnings they receive. And also trying to get rich in meme coins you've never heard of, day trading, to make a quick buck, it's practically like gambling. Real investing is slow and steady and patient and diversified. You got to be thinking 20 to 30 years into the future, not hoping to get rich instantly with a quick win. The 7th way to stay poor is to never buy a car in cash. Always finance a car. Probably the biggest wealth killer in the US. the average car payment is over $700, and that doesn't even include insurance and maintenance. So you could be wasting like $1,000 or more every month after that. If you saved $1,000 a month for a year, that's 12,000, and you can get a decent used car with that and then not have payments. When you have no payments, you'll find that you have much more room in your budget to save and invest money. But if you stay obsessed with flexing your luxury car, you'll probably need a new one every few years, and you'll be enslaved to that absurd car payment for life, and it's holding you back. I bought a $2,500 used car in 2018. I drove it for about 5 years. Maybe I did get lucky with that purchase, you might say. It was a 2005 Honda Accord with over 200K miles on it, and yeah, Honda Accords are beasts. Maybe I got lucky with that car. I made it last. It wasn't sexy, but it functioned, and that's the most important thing with a car. I saved so much money during that time. And then I was able to buy a 2016 Hyundai Sonata for $10,000 from my grandma. That was a huge upgrade for me, nothing crazy, but it's also just a functioning car, and it works. And now as a result, I have almost 100K in savings after having no car payments. And that would not be the case if I had car payments the last few years. Number 8 way to stay poor is to count on the government to take care of you. This could be in terms of Social Security, free insurance and stuff like that, or stimulus checks. Trust that Social Security and Medicare aren't going anywhere. Assume that government's got your back. They're going to take care of you because they have your best interest in mind. I like some of the changes that Trump has made so far, but there could be a bad president in the future. And I'm not saying everything Trump does is great. And, there was a lot of mistakes that Biden made, obviously. And you cannot count on the government to take care of you. You're not their number one priority. Number 9 is to never change jobs. Count on 3% raises as enough to beat inflation. Stay grounded, stay comfortable at the same place. This kind of goes along with the income sources, but yeah, people who change companies every couple years are typically going to get paid much better than someone who's loyal to a company long term. That's just how it is. There can be benefits to staying with a company long term, but yeah, 3% raises, is that really going to do anything? And the 10th way to stay poor, this is going to be to finance your DoorDash orders with Klarna. I can't believe this partnership actually happened. I think it's just for, larger orders like groceries and stuff. But yeah, never do these buy now, pay later scams. Only buy what you can afford. Even credit cards are a much better deal than, those payday loans and installment loan apps. Eating out too much in general can also hinder your wealth building and your health. Eating at home most of the time is going to be cheaper and healthier. I am a person who likes eating out, so it is something I'm willing to spend money on it for the experience, but I make sure I have the room for it in my budget. Don't overdo it if you can't afford it. And yeah, DoorDash is going to upcharge a lot for your food. It'll probably be cold by the time it gets to you anyway. I've driven for DoorDash for many years, so I appreciate those customers who have tipped very generously. But yeah, not a great thing to be doing if you want to build serious wealth. If you're someone who can work from home and ordering delivery helps you stay working longer as opposed to cooking, I can understand that, but that's not going to be the case for most people. That's all for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think are some of the biggest wealth killers or things that you have made mistakes in the past that have kept you poor. And what do you see around you? What do you see these behaviors that ruin people financially? And what frugal habits have you adopted in your life to build wealth? Thank you all for watching. Till next time, peace.